कि मोटी है, सावली है, you know, फोटोग्राफ में यार इसको थोड़ा उस साइड पे खड़े कर दो, ये फोटो खराब हो जाएगी, you know, like, you know.
Okay.
So I said, you know what? मैं खुद बनाऊंगी. I'll make the kind of clothes that, you know, they celebrate the Indian woman. You know, I am proud owner of beautifully big breasts and a big tummy and big and a big butt.
Right.
And it's all right. We, especially West, South, Center, it's hot. And in the coastal areas, it is also very damp, moist. It is quite, you know, it's quite stifling. In such weather, if you're going to wear polyester, it is going to harm your skin.
Okay.
Whether you're thin, whether you're fat, अगर आप 100% polyester पहनते वो सच में
तो मतलब season
I think सारे active wear वाले आके मुझे you know they'll probably stab me after this. Rejoice being a woman. Celebrate it. आप लोग को कितने थके हुए कपड़े पहनने पड़ते हैं रोज. वही पैंट, वही शर्ट, वही jeans, वही t-shirt. Look at what we can do for ourselves. I mean, I can put kajal. My eyes look gorgeous when I put kajal. I can put lipstick. I can put nail polish. I can do anything I want to.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This episode is for all those aspiring entrepreneurs who wants to start their business but kar nahi pa rahe, you know, because of some circumstances. This episode is with Jaspreet Narula ma'am, जिन्होंने अपनी life में almost सारे possible setbacks handle किए हैं and still she managed to start with something brilliant with her two big empires. I would really urge you all to please watch the episode till the end and learn as much as possible. Please welcome Jaspreet Narula ma'am from Jasnit Activewear. So welcome to the show ma'am. And okay, so generally what happens is I start with the intro of my guest and everything. But when it comes to you, I mean you have been the one person in my life जिन्होंने मुझे love yourself का actually जो definition होता है ना वो सिखाया है. तो मैं आपको बोलूँगी to proudly introduce yourself and tell everyone who Jaspreet Narula is. Please, ma'am.
Thank you for your very kind words. So I am Jaspreet Narula. I'm a very, very simple middle-class girl with the heart of a queen, and I was born with that. That is something which is unshakable, and it is because of this fierce queen-like heart that I've never ever complained in life about whatever it has brought to me. I've started more times than I can, than I can remember. From being an a absolute fire band in school, always on the stage, always doing this, always doing that, to then going ahead and getting into speaking, and college life was excellent. So I genuinely have zero regrets or complaints about the way I have been raised. Though I did go through very typical pressures that a lot of women, I think, I will not choose to say only Indian girls, because I think there is pressure everywhere. But I am a Sardarni, I am a Sikh, and Sardarnis are like so beautiful, like actually all women are. But I grew up being told that कितना सावला रंग है, और इतना ज़्यादा पढ़ाई लिखा रहे हो, इसको स्टेज पे पूरा टाइम इतना बोलती है, which man will tolerate her, कि इसको इतना मत ऐसे करो. But there was, for all the conversations that people would have in front of me with my parents, I had this absolutely angel of a mother. She is an angel now, God bless her. But I had this mother who just raised me with so much love and acceptance. She would be the one who would say, just kar le, it'll be done. And she was so soft-spoken. She never had to raise her voice at me, and yet she was the strongest pillar of support. So I have been raised by a very, very loving, strong woman. I was very blessed. I am very blessed to, have a son who is breathtakingly gorgeous. All Punjabi mothers think that their sons are gorgeous. But a very nice human being, a lot of love and support. So I started I started my career professionally as a call center agent. That was I was separated within 3 months of, and I had after my baby was born, I decided that अभी life जी सकते हैं कंप्लेन करके और बहुत रो धो करके और ये बिलीव करके कि सबने जो बोला it's absolutely right, I don't deserve love, or that I'm not pretty enough, or not strong enough, or two worlds, all of that. So I just saw this little one and I said, you know what, iske liye to aisa life jeena hai that he grows up with a very strong role model, and he realizes that you can literally achieve anything on this planet if you really believe in it with all your heart and you're willing to put in the work. Because talk is cheap. So I've spent the last 20 years of my life trying to be everything that I possibly could. So 15 days I was a call center agent, and then my boss, he discovered me, so to speak. He says, why don't you train other people? I became a trainer, became a manager in 6 months. And then by the time I was 27, I was the associate vice president training. And I was like so full of myself then, So then I decided to switch gears because my child was growing up and he had a lot of questions for me. He also had to face a lot of bullying because of me. So, of course, I started my career with the corporates, got into training and development there and recruitment, switched gears and got into teaching. The day I entered my first school where I taught, I felt I had come home. It was my calling. जैसे priest को लगता है ना कि मेरे को priest बनना है, that is what I'm made for. I just absolutely fell in love with the kids. I fell in love with, the whole idea of being able to be there for the children. I always wanted to be an IAS officer, but life had a different, trajectory for me. And that was a time, it was an epiphany that I realized that my end goal to become an IAS officer was to do something for my country. I was like, crazy patriotic, passionate type of a person कि देश के लिए कुछ करेंगे. And the moment I became a teacher, I just felt that okay, so this is the path he has chosen for me to give something back to my country. And I think it was, for me, I think it's one of the best ways I could have found. I also, being a single parent, one income is never enough. I always thought that you need to have multiple sources of income.
I think this is something even Gujarat में है, कोई भी एक जगह तो है ही नहीं. I mean, there are a lot of businesses that everybody is doing, which even I also know.
And I think it makes a lot of financial sense because if you don't diversify your sources of, so I started the conversation saying that I'm an absolute queen. Now the only way you can work as a queen, you can work as a lioness, is when you're not constantly scared of your next paycheck.
Even I remember, so sometime back when we met, I think for the first time when we met, and you had this impact on me, उसमें आपने एक चीज़ यही बोली थी कि Anona, I am, जो आपने अभी starting में भी बोला कि Anona, I'm just a, little middle class girl, जिसने who has made her way through life. तो मेरे को अब आपसे today if I ask you कि अब आपको लगता है कि जो आपने जब सोचा था, this is where you are, and are you happy with whatever you have right now?
Constant in my life has been acceptance and joy.
Okay.
Because that is the only way, for me at least, that is the only way I have been able to spread sunshine and joy around me also. A lot of people spend a lot of their time in life doing things for everybody around them, but they reach a stage where they start really becoming bitter and angry.
100%.
And they say, मैंने इसके लिए इतना किया, इसने मुझे, I'm getting nothing back. I'm tired of it, let them live their own life. And so all that happens when you have done things out of a necessity or a desire to please or be liked. But the way I was raised is, I literally, and I'm not being cliched over here, I'm not trying to, win any brownie points anywhere. But I have never done anything in my life which I have not truly felt joyous about. So, life, if somebody comes to know from being someone who was studying for civil services, all India best speaker, and a student of the year, to someone who started as a call center agent, to to then starting my classes with just maybe 3 students, then taking up a school thing, then from school and classes 100 students happened, in just 3 years time. Then established an institute with an amazing human being. She's my partner, she's the love of my life, very sweet. And to then picking up on the garment thing, so family business, garment industry, none of the boys wanted to stay. I was very confident and very clear about one thing, that if you want love between brothers and sisters, this is only my opinion, that you should not be in the same line of work. Because when it comes to money and business and anything to do with property, wealth, all those things, though I have the most amazing brother. I mean, he would just give his life for me. But I was very clear about this, कि जो करना है अपने बलबूते पे करना है, खुद खड़ा होना है. And teaching just comes very naturally to me.
So you said मतलब आपने start किया था when it was just 3 students.
Yes.
And now you have whole institutes, like two institutes.
Yes. So Arha is one entire institute. It's divided into 2 portions. So वहाँ पर हमने we went up to 200 students. Then COVID के time, of course, we had to take a back seat because but it's doing really well because the children who come there, the whole idea is to make sure that they start loving themselves, that they express themselves well. And it is not just about speaking very high-flown English. Zindagi is not about English or Hindi or Gujarati. It's about knowing what you want to say, what impact you want to have, and having the confidence that what you're saying is important.
So it's basically a language.
Yes. So I run a language program there. I have my partner, she does other subjects. There are other teachers who do other subjects. But my whole life has been about English language, program.
And then after Arha, you switched back to your family business also, मतलब side by side, along with that.
Yeah. So for me, COVID was a blessing. Actually, मेरी जिंदगी में जो भी हुआ है ना, blessing ही हुआ है. मैं सच्ची बोलूँ.
So nice. What a positive attitude.
So मुझे सच में वो कोर्ट केस और वो मुझे वो सब कुछ याद ही नहीं रहता क्योंकि इतना अच्छा
किसका?
So I of course went through a very 7-year long fight to keep my child also. But in any case, what I'm saying is, see, whoever did whatever, everybody is a product of their experiences and their life. And I choose not to judge anybody harshly because I have not walked in their shoes. So if somebody is saying, if somebody is being mean, I genuinely say, यार वायरू करे इसका दिन अच्छा जाए, बेचारे को पता नहीं घर से क्या हुआ होगा कि ऐसा. So that is something I learned from my mother.
Wow.
Because she was like that. Till she was alive, I've never heard her complain or criticize anybody. And that works because it's also a big headache to be negative because itna usme energy jata hai.
100%.
Anyway, so I'm again, I think, off track. Coming back to, I think the family business thing.
So yeah, I was going to ask this only because हमारी पहले भी बात हुई थी, तो this came up कि when you joined Jasnit, तब it was I think in around some 2.5 CR ka debt.
Yes.
And then in a very short span of time, you took it to probably more than 4 CR turnover in a very limited span of time.
Yes.
How did you do that?
So सबसे पहले तो ये जो business है ये मेरे grandfather की legacy थी. They came, grandparents, they all came from Pakistan, started life from scratch, got into the garment industry. It was a family run thing. Brothers were together, brothers separated, the sons came in, then sons all left.
Yeah.
I have my brothers in Canada and Australia, like Sardars do.
Oh my God, yes, I'm sure.
So I never really looked into the business at all. But one fine day, my dad said that I can't really do this and I'm shutting it down. And that was a time, and he was very young. I wouldn't know what my dad would do, without the business because mom had passed away. So I said, okay, let me just go and let me see what's going on. And just the feeling I had the day I stepped into a school and I said, this is my calling. The day I stepped into the factory, वो खून में होता ना इतने generations का, it was very sad. People had 200 employees were there at one point of time when I joined or when I went there. In total, 12 were left. There were just a few cars, just a handful. Most of them were having chai, really, because everybody had taken it for granted that ये अब बंद हो रहा है. So I said, पता नहीं, I just saw it. So when I take things up, Anona, I just don't see कि यार इसमें ये problem है, ये नहीं होगा. पता नहीं एक ऐसा passion है कि if I genuinely see something that I want to do, I just start seeing all these amazing possibilities of where I can take it. So zero knowledge of fashion, zero knowledge of stitching, nothing. I jitna mere paas savings tha, whatever, I put it into the work. First thing I did was, self-help is the best help. I've always struggled, I gained so much weight during my pregnancy and I haven't been able to shed it off. And I've always, even as a young girl, when my weight was just 65, 68, I still had to hear so much कि मोटी है, सावली है, photograph में यार इसको थोड़ा उस साइड पे खड़े कर दो, ये photo खराब हो जाएगी, Okay. So I said, you know what? मैं खुद बनाऊंगी. I'll make the kind of clothes that, they celebrate the Indian woman. I am proud owner of beautifully big breasts and a big tummy and a big butt. Right. And it's all right. We have such beautiful shapes. It is the Indian women who are so voluptuous and so pretty. Why should anybody tell you that, you're वो जरा कपड़े मैडम हाँ आपका तो प्लस साइज है नहीं इसमें तो क्या यहाँ तो खाली 2XL तक ही मिलता है. I've heard that so often. So I just made it the business of my life कि चलो 40 years men's wear बनाया है, अभी मैं enter कर ही रही हूँ तो चलो let me get into women's wear.
Till then it was just
40 years was only men's wear.
Oh, and then you brought up.
Yes.
Okay. So मतलब अब अगर इतने सारे fashion industry का चल रहा है तो आपने फिर कैसे differentiate किया? Because you just started, you introduced women's.
So, as I said, I've always had a lot of love and support in life. Look at how I met you also, right? So, no matter where I've gone in life, I've just had the most amazing people have my back.
Okay.
So, when I said I want to do this, I'm also very well traveled. Like, even as a teacher, I would take students all over the world for modeling and conferences. And in the process, I did have exposure to a lot of very good clothes all over the world that were available for plus sizes.
I think traveling ke liye, because मैं last episode I had a chance with Falguni Vasavada ma'am. She talks a lot about body positivity too. She also mentioned the same thing कि traveling opens your mind up in a lot many ways. When you see the world and you see the people around, I think that works, right? कि तुम लोगों को देखते हो, the way they move and the kind of confidence they wear. So I think even with you that happened, right?
Yes, that was one of the things that happened. But as I said, women can be the greatest support of other women. They can also be the meanest ones. I was blessed with the lovely one. Wow. So it was my mother, who would just say, Jassi, you're so awesome. So itni pyari hai. So I grew up with a mother who had, who never said, okay, yahan chupa, wahan chupa. And so the bottom line is, it was not about, so it was a lot to do with also as I coming back to the middle class part. See, I'm a product of the middle class of India. So when you have a limited budget to buy something and then you want to look smart, you want to, you want to be professionally dressed, तो 1200, 1500, 2000, 3000 से नीचे कोई आपको ट्राउजर नहीं मिलता ढंग का, मिलता भी है, दिखता अच्छा है लेकिन पूरा पॉलिएस्टर बेस्ड होता है. आप उसको, if you're wearing it for 4 or 5 hours in the air conditioner, in an air conditioned environment, it's okay. But the moment you get out of the air conditioning, especially, in weather which is so hot and stifling, it causes a lot of skin problems.
With polyester?
Yes. If you are wearing polyester, it has a lot of strength to a fabric. That is the reason why a lot of people add polyester to their garments.
Okay.
But if it is a complete polyester garment and it has not been processed properly, which is how most polyester in India is available, it's very bad for your skin.
So, मतलब जो हम generally the trousers and that whatever we are wearing, उसमें polyester का रहता है. I mean, I don't know.
polyester में सिर्फ इतना ही है कि आप जो भी पहन रहे हैं, हमेशा fabric check कीजिए. See, what I'm wearing right now, I've been wearing this since I told you 6:30 in the morning. I've come straight from work. I feel as amazing because it's made from wood pulp and the price line that I have kept, despite all opposition, the price line is such that every middle class person can afford to wear it. The fabric is fabulous. The cuts are so elegant. They make you feel good about yourself. We actually make garments till 9XL, from extra small to 9XL.
अच्छा.
So, हाँ, तो मतलब
पर आप मैम बोल रहे हो कि ऐसे कपड़े का, फॉर एग्जाम्पल अब अगर आप बॉडी टाइप बोलोगे तो somebody has acne prone body या sweaty, किसको बहुत पसीना आता है, तो हर तरीके से हमें we have to check whether it's polyester or whether it's cotton or something like that.
I think it's a prudent thing to do. See, if you're belonging to so India is so diverse in terms of its geography, in terms of its topography. It's very diverse even in its climate.
Okay.
So if you are belonging to a region where it is very cold or the weather is below 20 degrees, then if you're wearing something which is polyester based, इतना प्रॉब्लम नहीं आता है.
हाँ, क्योंकि आई एम तो जस्ट थिंकिंग, मैं तो कभी सोचती भी नहीं हूँ कि पॉलिएस्टर है, मतलब थोड़ा बहुत देखते हैं पर इसे पॉलिएस्टर चेक नहीं करती मैं है या कॉटन है एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट, बट आई थिंक दैट्स इम्पोर्टेंट, राइट?
So see, we are a product of a lot of advertising.
हाँ.
So mine is an MSME. I wish I had that kind of, I will very soon, but I wish I had crores of rupees to just educate women and men about the importance of being very choosy about the fabric that they wear.
Okay.
Because see, we, especially west, south, center, it's hot. And in the coastal areas, it is also very damp, moist. It is quite, it's quite stifling. In such weather, if you're going to wear polyester, it is going to harm your skin.
Okay.
Whether you're thin, whether you're fat, अगर आप 100% पॉलिएस्टर पहनते वो सच में,
तो मतलब सीजन
आई थिंक सारे एक्टिव वेयर वाले आके मुझे they'll probably stab me after this show.
अच्छा, because they're using polyester.
No, so we also have a large segment where we are supplying, because अभी हो क्या गया है, इतनी एडवर्टाइजमेंट हो चुकी है कि एक्टिव वेयर का मतलब होता है यू वेयरिंग ऑल दीज लाइट वेट बोलते हैं, विकिंग बोलते हैं. So we also have that, but we have it properly processed polyester. We don't use the unprocessed polyester, but we only make it who asks us for it. Our regular production is all based on wood pulp, cotton, and fabrics which are going to not harm your skin.
Okay, so season-wise, body type-wise, region-wise, in fact, you should focus on the kind of clothing you're wearing, right?
I think you should focus on what you feel good in, and
Yeah,
so
and
that
then
is.
you also spoke about plus size of it. So, I mean, are you focusing more on the plus size fashion when it comes to Jasnit activewear also?
I think even if I didn't, I would be lying if I say that I didn't, because I do have a very soft spot for all the differently shaped bodies. क्योंकि clothes are a big part of the way we carry ourselves, the way we feel about ourselves. कहने को हम बोल सकते हैं कि ये सब एक्सटीरियर है, क्या फ़र्क पड़ता है, इंसान को अंदर से स्ट्रॉन्ग होना चाहिए, अपने आप में विश्वास करना चाहिए. और दैट इज़ एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट. लेकिन अगर आप इस तरह के कपड़े पहन रहे हैं जहाँ पर आपको लग रहा है कि मैं यहाँ पर थोड़ा छुपा लूँ अपने आप को, मैं थोड़ा यहाँ छुपा लूँ, पीछे से मेरा आई एम पुटिंग माई क्लोथ्स डाउन कि मेरा बटक नहीं दिख रहा और मैं यहाँ से क्लीवेज. So if you're going to be so conscious about yourself when you're wearing something that is not really helping you, so own what you wear, feel good about yourself, and active wear means wearing something that makes you want to live an active life. मैं रोज 45 minutes walk करती हूँ, मेरे कपड़ों में करती. I'm very proud of the fact that I'm living an active life. I have my business in the morning, I have my classes in the evening. Last year तक school भी था, तीनों थे. So it was school, factory and classes, So this is what I believe in. That, please do not have such a narrow definition. I don't have to pump iron to feel that I'm wearing active wear. I need to feel good about myself. I need to feel comfortable. It has to be breathable. It has to support my life.
But when it comes to activewear, like you said, you are wearing right now.
Yes.
Or activewear, so I am confused here. Activewear generally you can wear in the casual terms also, or it's just when you're working out or something like that. I think because I'm sure.
So as I said, activewear की definition थोड़ी सी constricted हो गई है market में.
Okay.
The moment you think of activewear, people think of gym wear.
हाँ, yeah.
But as I said, I've never followed rules in life, Anona. I create my own.
Yeah.
So for me, I just believe that if I want to feel active, I want to be able to move around.
Yeah.
See, if I'm wearing this to the office, मैं यही पहन के मैं walk के लिए भी चली जाती हूँ.
It looks hot.
I come back, I take a shower, I have my dinner, and then again I'm wearing my own. So कुछ भी आप करो, कुछ भी आप पहनो, just feel good about yourself. अब हमने इसके cuts वगैरह हम ऐसे देते हैं ना कि जो conscious pain points हैं, वो सब कवर अप हो जाते हैं.
हाँ, वो ही चाहिए. आई थिंक एंड ऑफ द डे वो होता है ना कि तुम जाओगे तो 5 मिनट्स के लिए फील हाँ दिस इज फाइन है, मतलब कैसा लग रहा है ऑल ऑफ दैट. 5 मिनट बाद तुम्हें कंफर्ट चाहिए होता है, फिर तुम क्या कपड़े पहने उस पर ध्यान नहीं दे रहे थे, बिकॉज यू हैव ऑलरेडी मेट पीपल. कंफर्ट इज समथिंग दैट यू सी, दैट यू लुक फॉर.
So I have a request, for anybody who's watching this. If you could just do this for yourself, because I've done this for myself like forever. Every morning, stand in front of the mirror, hold yourself, give yourself a tight hug and say, I love you. You are so beautiful. And please be yourself unapologetically. I am a middle class girl. I told you in the beginning that I have the heart of a queen. Each and every one of you has that heart of a queen. We are raised, we worship goddesses. अभी आपको पता है goddesses के हाथ में तलवार होती है. इसका ये मतलब नहीं होता कि हम लोग सब झगड़ा करते रहे एक दूसरे से या फाइट करते रहे, लेकिन वो तलवार होती है कॉन्फिडेंस, नॉलेज की तलवार होती है. वो तलवार वो होती है कि जब फैमिली पे कोई आपत्ति आए, यू आर एबल टू यूज़ योर एजुकेशन, यू आर एबल टू यूज़ योर नॉलेज एंड फाइट इट आउट. देयर इज सो मच गुड इन यू and there is so much you deserve. Just never let anybody tell you you're not good enough to do something or achieve something. And you know what? You just have your entire life to be who you want to be. Who is, in what competition are you and who are you competing against? So, 2 दिन walk miss हो गई है, कोई बात नहीं, तीसरे दिन चले जाओ. खाली 20 मिनट हो रही है, कोई बात नहीं. 2 दिन 20 मिनट करो, फिर 22 मिनट करो. That's
नहीं, that's why I said, देखा ये जो मैंने बोला था ना स्टार्टिंग में, this is the reason I said कि आप जब बोलते हो ना, you talk with so much passion, तो वो love yourself का point मैंने actually आपसे धीरे धीरे ला रही हूँ. मैं भी ऐसे नहीं हूँ completely सीख गई, but हाँ, that is why I said that in the first.
But Anona, I just genuinely love people.
Yeah.
I love all age groups, children, grown-ups, teenagers, elders, old people. Because I just feel we are so blessed to be human beings. Because there is so much we can do. And औरतों के लिए तो मेरे दिमाग में इतना ज़्यादा regard और respect है, क्योंकि हर घर का एक स्तंभ होती है. और प्लीज़ अपने आप को इतना मत पिसा दो कि ख़त्म हो जाओ. Make sure you do put yourself, ahead sometimes. I don't know. That's still,
I know.
I don't know.
So आप मतलब ये इतना जो लव मतलब कॉन्फिडेंस आपका है, आई थिंक डू यू हैव एनी एक्सपीरियंस, बिकॉज अभी आपने प्रीवियसली ऑल्सो सेड दिस थिंग कि बचपन में मुझे बोला है दैट यू आर सावला एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट. सो हाउ डिड यू now such a confident person? Is it related to something, some instance or something that happened in the past and that built you and made you so strong?
So see, there are 2 ways of dealing with such things. I went the other extreme. I became very rebellious. The reason I was always on the stage, always trying to do things and always trying to make speeches and write well and participate in that, because I was so tired of hearing that I'm not pretty enough, that I said, nahi फर्क पड़ता pretty हो के नहीं.
Definition क्या था?
Yeah, so definition होती है कि गोरी चिट्टी लड़की जिसका ऐसे hour glass figure हो. तो मेरा भी figure round है, because round is also a figure and I love it.
Yeah.
But so I think I became very rebellious as a child, that I don't really, I will do my thing, मैं करूँगी. और फिर जितने भी थपेड़े लाइफ में पड़ते हैं ना, मुझे लगता है कि ठीक है रो लो, बुरा फील कर लो, क्योंकि इंसान है, बुरा लगता है और दुख भी होता है, चुभता भी है. लेकिन फिर एक पॉइंट आता है वेयर यू हैव टू आस्क योरसेल्फ कि ठीक है, दर्द हुआ, रो लिया, गुस्सा कर लिया, now what?
Now.
Now what? Because either you choose to, take from there and start building. But the one thing that I feel a little, bad about is a lot of people are very impatient with what they want to do.
Yeah.
There is hardly anybody who wants to put in the work and go step by step by step by step. Nowadays it's instant gratification. आज कुछ शुरू किए, कल उसका result आना चाहिए.
हाँ.
तो ये चीज़ जो है ना, इसमें the thing that helps me a lot is I have extreme amount of patience and consistency. तो एक साल लग गया फैक्ट्री में हमको women's wear को spread करते करते. So as I said, हमारा when I joined we were in severe debt, because वो industry ऐसी है, it squeezes out the credit lines and things like that. And in 3.5-4 years time we are plus 4 CR. It has not happened just like that. It has taken blood, sweat, sacrifice, effort, support, and a lot of patience. You just have to show up every single day. Show up, that is important. बड़ी बातें करके बहुत एक्साइट होकर उसको फिजल आउट मत होने दो.
आई थिंक वही है जो बिजनेस स्टार्ट करना सब वही है ना, एस्पायरिंग एंटरप्रेन्योर्स का, कि बिजनेस स्टार्ट करना है पर स्टार्ट हो नहीं रहा है. सो आई थिंक वही है, यू हैव टू शो अप एंड और वही आपने जो बोला, यू जस्ट गॉट द वाइब कि दिस इज इट एंड यू हैव टू गो फॉर इट.
And also you have to believe in something bigger than yourself. Like for me, the main reason was, so I have taught my students all my life that you really don't have to be corrupted, you don't have to be underhanded, you don't have to do anything to really make it in life and also contribute to the society. जिस तरीके का काम हम करते, जो कारीगर्स, today we have more than 80 people working with us, 80 houses Anona. एक इंसान कमाता है ना अनोना, तो 5 जन उसके घर में रोटी खाते हैं. आप सोचो कि आपको कोई बाहर जाके सोशल सर्विस करने की भी ज़रूरत नहीं है. Today, if you're an entrepreneur and if you're treating your people with respect and a sense of fairness, you are already doing a good deed for the society. So I'm very, very tiny, but my dreams, they cannot be contained.
It can be seen the way you are saying, ma'am. I think वही है जो आप छोटी छोटी चीज़, आई थिंक अब मैंने जो आपसे क्वेश्चन पूछा था कि इतना एकदम से डेट उतार के इतना ऊपर आप कैसे ले, आई थिंक योर पैशन इज दैट सेज एवरीथिंग.
बहुत अच्छे जुड़े हैं साथ में अनोना.
वही
my people are the kind who don't say no. हम लोगों ने बिना छुट्टी के 3-4 महीने भी काम किया है. It's like, as I said, I'm very blessed. Everywhere I go, I meet such amazing people.
How do you find these people? I mean,
मुझे लगता है थोड़ा सा intentions अच्छे रखें.
intention is the
और मेहनत करने को तैयार हो. और ये विश्वास रख के चलो कि यार मेरे साथ है ही वो.
हाँ.
Because I feel my mother's presence, I feel God's presence, I feel my Guru's presence 24/7 with me. And that gives me so much strength, right? So anything else, I don't know if I've...
No, I mean, अभी मैं आपका मतलब, I can see the connection you had with your mom also. I mean,
yes.
Yes. I miss my mom now.
I think Anona, जो एक word है ना, kindness.
हाँ.
वो बहुत, मैंने अभी तो YouTube पे भी बड़ा चला है, be kind, and even on Instagram. But actually, in every act of our life, if we just choose to be kind, and 110%, you don't have to say कि पूरी दुनिया ही ऐसी है तो हम क्या कर सकते हैं. आपने दुनिया के साथ कौन सा लेना देना है? At least आप, immediate people around you, every time you want to open your mouth and say something really cutting, harsh or negative, stop yourself. Ask yourself, what is my intention in communicating this? So if my intention is to just vent out my anger and frustration, सामने वाला बॉस तुम्हारा पंचिंग बैग नहीं है. They are not your verbal toilets. Okay? आजकल रोटी सबको मिलती है. रिस्पेक्ट के लिए ही इंसान एक जगह पे स्टिक करता है. So if you really, please treat people with kindness. Please do not judge people based on how much they are making and what their bank balance. or the way they are, you know, how many cars they have. Or I think थोड़ा सा kindness अगर हम ले आए, थोड़ा सा compassion ना, बड़ा मजा आता है, क्योंकि सामने से भी वही मिलता है.
हाँ.
और जहाँ से नहीं मिलता उसके लिए और भी सोचो कि यार वाहिगुरु करे इसको, you know, let him be happy.
100%. So make it a bit light. I had few questions that I thought of. मतलब ऐसा है basically कि जैसे होता है ना कि
तेरा मैं बड़ा hot feel कर रही हूँ, मैं पैदा hot हुई थी, ऊपर से मुझे बाहर कर रहा है कि और गर्मी लग रही है.
नहीं ऐसा नहीं, थोड़ा light कर देती हूँ माहौल. So I had few questions. ये basic questions है जो I think every woman goes through. ठीक है, so I'll just make it the statement or the question and you have to say whether you have gone through it and if yes, then what do you do about it? ठीक है, okay. So my first question is, okay, this is something that I always do whenever I get ready. And after that, my statement is, why don't I ever have anything to wear? Yes. I think that everybody goes through the same thing. So yes.
I wish I could lie and say that it hasn't happened to me. But it has, you know, that was before I started manufacturing my own clothes.
Yes.
So now I'm like the queen, you know, I just go to other factory mein gayi, I just pick up and anything and I almost something.
I am sure.
But yes, you do go through it.
है ना?
Yes.
Yeah. So second question is, so this happened today before the interview also. The outfit looked cute just before leaving the house. And you know, I was like, it's decent and all of that. And as soon as I left the room, I was like, I don't like it. Should I change? And I actually came back to house and changed it. Does that happen with you?
No.
No? That's confidence. No. Yeah.
The thing is, the moment you are dressed, can I stand?
Yeah, of course.
So the moment you're dressed, you know, look yourself in the mirror. ऊपर से देखे नीचे तक अच्छे से देख लो.
हाँ.
Turn around हो जाओ, you know, and then look at yourself. If there is some change that you want to make, make it. And once that is done, you put your head high, shoulders back, lady, spine straight, and you just go out of the house to conquer the world.
Yeah.
You know, because no matter what you wear, there'll always be, you know, somebody will be like, better dressed, worse dressed. Doesn't really matter, you know.
Yeah.
So that's what I think.
Next time वो thought आने से पहले ये कर लूँगी. Seriously.
Yes. Give yourself a last check and you're sorted. And then just go. You know?
Makes sense. And so next is, what color should I wear? This is not my color. This is not my color. So do you think about the colors and like, I don't know what color should I wear?
So I think color choice is something that, you know, certain colors speak to you. कोई कलर, हाँ, ये है कि पूरे वर्ल्ड में जो इंसान थोड़ा भी मोटा होता है या उसको लगता है वो मोटा है, वो तो काला रंग पहनता है. See, I'm also wearing black because it's slimming. I'm not an exception, but you know, I do wear beautiful colors. I love red, I love pink, I love violet, I love. So, but the thing is, please wear the colors that make you feel good about yourself. When you're going through your journey of self-care and health and, you know, weight loss, होता है वो time आता है that you want to be in dark colors because you feel they're slimming.
Yeah.
But you know what? You have one life to live. Experiment with colors. You know, कभी सफेद भी पहन लो, कभी गुलाबी भी पहन लो, कभी हरा भी पहन लो, पता चल जाएगा क्या अच्छा लगता है क्या नहीं.
I think with time ही इतना confidence आता है. Yes, I'm on my way. आपसे सीखने के लिए. So the last question is, I am sad, I need shopping.
It is quite therapeutic actually.
है ना?
Yeah. Retail. Please do not underestimate retail therapy. It is just that do not carry your credit card which has the highest limit.
Yeah.
उसको घर में lock करके जाना. But you know, retail, so we are in a city, we are in an urban center. यहाँ पर recreational centers itne nahi hai. Parks and gardens are generally very crowded and it's also very hot. The weather is such that it doesn't really promote a lot of just going out and walking on the streets and such. So yeah, retail therapy is a good idea.
So I'm considering आप कभी भी अपना मतलब if you have a thing कि uncomfortable clothing है but it looks nice, you won't choose that, right?
So uncomfortable clothing, my question to you is, why will I choose? Because I will be uncomfortable in them.
You think that because you know, मतलब you have made your way and you have, you know कि but 80%, I think 70-80% people does that because they want to look nice.
It's
Including me.
So here is again, that means you're not uncomfortable in them. ये जो definition of comfort and discomfort होती है ना, this is again very personal. Like for example, some women feel if they wear a plunging neckline, they look very pretty, but they're very conscious. They feel they'll be judged, so they don't wear it, but then they do wear it. So मुझे ऐसे लगता है कि जो भी चीज़ को आप carry अच्छे से कर सकते हो ना, जो आपको, as I said, you know, head held high, shoulders back, you know, spine erect, anything that makes you feel that way about yourself is comfortable. तो फिर अगर वो and दुनिया का सोचना सच में छोड़ दो, like really.
And I'm just looking at the cute neck piece. आप मतलब आप focus करते हो clothing पे, accessories पे?
So because I was coming here, so I thought मैं थोड़ा jazz up कर लूँ मेरे outfit को. And also almost all my outfits, you know, I'm very fond of neck pieces. I'm also fond of scarves. That is something I think I was raised with because I'm from a Sikh family, so हम लोग दुपट्टा हमेशा लेते थे. So I feel a little accessorizing can really sort of amp up the you know, the wow quotient of something. And here again, as I said, you know, when you're standing in front of a mirror, if you feel something is missing, try out a scarf, put in a neck piece.
Makes sense.
I love my earrings. I mean, they've got a peacock. I love peacocks. So just wear things that make you feel good about yourself. Yeah, rejoice being a woman. Celebrate it. आप लोगों को कितने थके हुए कपड़े पहनने पड़ते हैं रोज. वही पैंट, वही शर्ट, वही जीन्स, वही टी-शर्ट. Look at what we can do for ourselves. I mean, I can put kajal. My eyes look gorgeous when I put kajal. I can put lipstick. I can put nail polish. I can do anything I want to. So do anything it takes to feel good about yourself. But yes, ultimately, it's all about the way you. It is all about the way you love yourself.
100%.
So the moment you do that, I think you will start being more open about your choices, also about what you wear and how you carry yourself.
Makes sense, yeah. So आपने ये plus size fashion industry जो है, do you think मतलब how's the industry now doing?
Fabulous. As a matter of fact, हमारे को emails आते हैं, so people, you know, they find our email address or number on our tags. And we get emails, you know, from women in such part because we're on online platform.
What are customers वैसे?
So anywhere between 16 till 95 or 100 or till they die is our customer line.
Yeah.
But
मतलब active wear per se as in or casual दोनों के?
So loungewear का जो concept है ना, loungewear is basically your casual wear.
Okay.
आप believe नहीं करेंगे, मेरे पास ढूंढते ढूंढते हमको कॉलेज के कितने बच्चे अभी आ रहे हैं. The ones, you know, उनकी बॉडी ऐसे स्टेज पे होती है कि ना वो पूरी तरह से men या women होते हैं, ना वो बच्चे होते हैं. They are going through hormonal changes. You know, suddenly men will have heavy chests or women will, you know, girls will have a very weird thing on the tummy and they're so conscious and they walk like this, you know. And I invite them. I said, come over. And literally, Anona, when they leave my factory, there is 440 watt ka smile on their face. Their body language changes instantly. So anybody, you know, my clothes are for everyone. ऑफिस जाना है तो पहन सकते हो, जिम जाना है तो पहन सकते हो, वॉक के लिए जाना है, रात को सोना है. बाय द वे, हम जो स्मार्ट पैंट्स बनाते हैं, मेरे फ्रेंड है वो शादी स्कॉटलैंड में शादी में मेरा वाला ही पैंट पहन के ऊपर वो जोधपुरी पहना था. सो नाउ आई कांट इवन से कि तुम शादी में भी नहीं पहन.
आई थिंक इट्स अबाउट मतलब वो ये कंफर्ट एंड कॉन्फिडेंस. उसके बाद व्हाटएवर यू इट वर्क्स. आई मीन फैशन इंडस्ट्री हैज गॉन टू दैट लेवल कि पहनोगे एंड यू कैरी इट विद कॉन्फिडेंस. सो इट्स नॉट ये यहाँ घर पे है या ये बाहर है. इट्स ऑन यू.
एंड आई थिंक कोविड में ना काफी लोगों को ये तो समझ में आ गया है कि जो पहनो उसमें कंफर्टेबल नहीं है तो जरूरत नहीं है पहनने की.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So a lot of people are very particular about, you know, how they feel when they wear something. Customers are not stupid. They ultimately do realize, you know, कि उनके लिए क्या अच्छा है कि क्या नहीं अच्छा है. और ये बिना एडवर्टाइजिंग के जो ऑर्गेनिक धीरे धीरे करके हम ग्रो किए हैं, it is all thanks to customer loyalty. You know, so
I think before purchasing we should look at the product that we are buying. I think that should be a conscious purchase.
And you should look at the you should also look at fabric stitching, sizes. ये तीन चीजें ही होती हैं कि आपको comfortable feel कराती है. And the cut.
तो पर ऑनलाइन इंडस्ट्री का आपको कैसा लगता है? I mean, because it's growing like crazy. Fashion अभी still.
Okay, so I don't know urban, आपको ये शायद नहीं पता, लेकिन actually 2% of all garment sales in India, around 2% are the only ones happening online.
Just 2%.
2%. But this is likely to go very, very high. And that's the reason why we've also started. We are on Amazon, we are on Flipkart. My commercial website is on its way. It's getting made. In 15 days, we'll be launching that. Because you have to grow with times. धीरे धीरे करके जितनी लाइफ बिजी होती जा रही है, ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म्स उतने ही फेमस होते जा रहे हैं. But you know, we Indians are still the kinds, we want to try something, we want to touch it, we want to feel it.
Yeah.
I'm also like that personally. Like I enjoy being a part of the shopping experience, and retail therapy is not just about retail, buying online. It's also physically being in a place.
और आपने जो ये मतलब अभी जैसे बोला कि people are starting to buy more online also, but आपने एक पॉलिएस्टर का पॉइंट मेंशन किया था पहले, जिसमें यू सेड कि मिक्स मतलब होना चाहिए पॉलिएस्टर, पर प्रोसेस्ड होना चाहिए एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट. सो व्हेन आई बाय ऑनलाइन सपोज, बिकॉज वहाँ लिखा होता है पूरा ये इतना पॉलिएस्टर एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट, सो व्हाट शुड बी द आई डोंट नो परसेंटेज, और क्या मुझे देखना चाहिए, आई फील कि हाँ दिस इज इफ आई एम बाइंग ऑनलाइन.
So you have to be very clear about the purpose for which you're buying. For example, if you're actually looking for smartwear, so smartwear nowadays is the comfort of your track pant, but the look of a trouser, which is what we also make, right? So you have to ask yourself, what is the purpose of that particular garment? Is it to sleep at night, wear and sleep at night? Is it to go to the office? Is it purely for gym? Is it just to hang out with friends casually? एक बारी वो पर्पस क्लियर है, उसका लुक आपको अच्छा लग रहा है, जो भी आप देख रहे हैं, उसका फैब्रिक कंटेंट आपको जरूर चेक करना चाहिए है. एनीथिंग यू आर वेयरिंग फॉर योर ऑफिस, you should try to avoid too much of polyester, because उसमें आप mostly people have sedentary jobs.
Not polyester, then what?
You should try to go in for wood pulp. You should try to go in for cotton.
Okay. These are universal, as in for any season and for any body. I'm asking.
So wood pulp के variations होते हैं. So wood pulp से ही आपका viscose, आपका modal, आपका tencel, rayon, ये सब उसमें से बनता है. Cotton we have been using in India since forever.
Yeah.
So cotton blends आते हैं, wood pulp blends आते हैं. ट्राई करना चाहिए कि जितना नेचुरल फैब्रिक हो उतना आपके लिए अच्छा है.
एंड इज दिस मतलब मैंडेट और समथिंग कि जो भी retailer or anything they have to mention कि it's a natural fabric या कि
yes it should be mentioned. So it should be mentioned.
Now I'm considering मैंने क्या पहना है, I have no idea.
आजकल टी-शर्ट्स इतनी सॉफ्ट आती है. A lot of Chinese fabric has flooded the market like anything since a long time, where they're not really able to write over. वो लोग दिख देंगे cotton blend or soft, but they will not really write what is there. और वो थोड़े washes के बाद उस पर पता चल जाता है, बॉडी को वो नहीं सेट होता है.
Okay.
So कोशिश करके रीड कीजिए, be a smart customer.
And in fact मतलब I want to ask आपका कलर्स का कैसा रहता है, because हम लेते हैं then colors go away, like if it's a wine color probably it become red, I don't know.
So again, if the color bleeds, then it is a good manufacturer will always say wash separately in case of color bleed.
These are all mandates.
ये सब होना चाहिए. Absolutely. In our case हमारा ब्लीड नहीं होता है. Because हम लोग जहाँ से फैब्रिक भी लेते हैं, I take fabric, they have been associated with us for more than 3 decades now. Gem of human beings. So the fabric that I take, they save 1 lakh liters of water a day. They have a state-of-the-art zero liquid discharge plant in Ahmedabad. Okay. So that also gives the fabric a long life. So I'm very particular about that also, because खाली बोलने के लिए बच्चों को कि environment को save करो, पेड़ उगाओ, but आप बहुत कुछ कर सकते. This is one of the social responsibility as an entrepreneur that I was talking about. So even on that end, we are very, very particular.
So you must have researched all of that, because like you said, when you joined, you knew nothing about yo.
So जिनसे हम कपड़ा लेते हैं, उनको मैंने चरण स्पर्श करके गुरु माना. वहाँ जाके पूरी तरह से सीखा कि कपड़ा का फाइबर क्या होता है, कैसे बनता है, किस में क्या स्ट्रेंथ होती है, किस तरह का फैब्रिक का लचक कैसे होती है, हाउ डज इट ड्रेप. So I did all of that, because that's the only way to do things in my opinion. So either you 100% ऊपर से करने का कोई मजा नहीं.
So you've invested a lot in people also, I think. Matlab, when it comes to business.
What else is there?
Yeah, very nice.
What else?
Okay, so last question, Ivy.
Yes.
Anything that you want to say about together as fashion and body all together, like maybe plus size fashion or anything? Any tip or any knowledge that you want to give to the users and viewers?
I think I have spoken so much, Anona. I don't think you'll have to cut like 3/4 of everything I've spoken.
Yeah.
So I'll just say this one last thing. To reiterate, active wear means anything you wear that makes you feel active, makes you want to get out of the bed and go do your thing. Anything, for me, fashion means anything that genuinely makes me feel good about the way I'm looking and the way I'm carrying myself. I may be in a very, very fashionable outfit, but if it is something that is making me feel very uncomfortable as a person, and I'm constantly fidgeting, constantly overly conscious, that is not going to look good on me. So fashion is what works for you.
Wow. Thank you so much, ma'am. Such an amazing session. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.